if they can hear us from up here. I just realized that. Hello. Wait, they can.
Hello down. Wait. I'm slipping.
Oh gosh.
Oh, we're good. Ready?
Yes.
I'm not. I can't go straight.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, there we go. Whoa,
All right, we're good.
All right.
We're okay.
Hello there.
Joseph, why did you just say that?
Because we're talking about Disney Plus today, and Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, we are. I'm gonna not squat because my ankles are gonna die while we're in this.
Welcome to the J J podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back too. It's been a hot minute. We've been transitioning into other stages of life. We both have 3 children now.
Each. That's 6 total.
Yeah. Not, well, you know,
that's a lot of children.
We don't have children, but I've been transitioning into a job, and Joseph has been busy.
Just life.
Watching friends get married and everything.
Yes.
So it's
Shout
been
out to
crazy.
you.
Austin Jarvis,
we
our
love you,
boy. We love you. Congratulations. I'm probably going to text you pretty soon.
You and Emily both are beautiful people.
Absolutely, yes. I saw some pictures and it was beautiful. We're both really happy for you. So, yeah, shout out to Austin. He's a great guy.
Hey.
As I was saying, Joseph.
Yes.
We're here because of Disney Plus, aren't we?
We are.
So we're back talking about Disney again in this podcast.
You'd think we'd get away from that, wouldn't you?
Well, considering they own half the film industry, no, we never will.
It's impossible.
It is very much impossible.
Do you like our new mics, by the way? I hope you do.
Yeah.
They're not new.
We used to use this for the old podcast recording, and then I've had that one just stowed away, so we're just doing this just for fun.
They're not. See, there's no wire.
They're not connected. This thing is the one that's gonna be loud. I am so sorry.
What are you doing to these poor people, Jordan?
I'm very sorry. Wow, our audio is spiking like a thing. Wow, incredible. Hey, we're sorry about this. It's probably not going to be that bad because I'm gonna turn that down in post-production.
He's a magic.
But yeah, so we're back, and
so how do you feel, Jordan? How did you feel when you got the news of the happiness that is Ewan McGregor coming back to reprise his role officially, finally? What were the emotions that ran through your heart and soul?
You know, it's hard to describe. Really, it is. I'm not being over dramatic. It was hard to describe because this has been the most wanted thing to happen for Star Wars fans since Disney has taken over. No one really asked for Rogue One.
Nope.
No one
not
to hate on these movies. They're great movies. I love Rogue One and I love Solo, but no one really asked for these. I couldn't remember if I clapped or not at the beginning of this video, so that's what that was for. But anyway, I probably already did. No one really wanted those movies. Everybody has been shouting about a Boba Fett or an Obi-Wan Kenobi. And we're now getting Obi-Wan Kenobi in a different form, but that means more content.
Yes, there was a brief moment of feeling there is a millisecond of feeling that perhaps we were getting swindled out of the movie we would never get. But then I realized that a movie is 2 hours long at max, and TV shows are much longer than that. So I was perfectly fine with I am very excited and very ready to have a full TV show's worth of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Disney is genius, and the reason I say that is because they saw... It's like a pencil now. They saw everybody going, well, this is what we want. Why aren't you guys going through with this? Everyone's going to watch it. Everybody wants it. It's not a bad thing to do. This is good for not only us, but for the company. And Disney was the whole time, they've been listening. And I feel like they were like, y'all just calm down and wait till the expo. Everything's going to be okay. But you don't have any plans for a movie. Everything's going to be okay.
I think maybe it took them a year to listen, but once they finally got the plans, they took their time, and as long as it now that it's happening, I am very happy. Like,
Absolutely,
I
man.
am,
It's
and I gotta say, I'm curious if the TV shows are going to be what really sells me on new Star Wars, because
I think it's going that direction.
I appreciate things done in the movies, in the new ones. I loved Solo. I appreciate aspects of the sequel trilogy, all of that, but Solo has been the closest thing to recapturing that spark that I feel like Star Wars really has for me.
And I think that one definitely stole the hearts of the fans as well. And so it's like
it
more or less.
It did for certain fans, and its reception is very interesting to me, because I feel like it got kind of spoiled upon entry. Spoiled in the sense of, like, there was a lot of conflicting views about Star Wars at the time. There was a lot of weird marketing with it. There was all sorts of things. But I think that between this and the other exciting Star Wars news, which is The Mandalorian, I am very excited for both of these TV shows. They look amazing. I mean, we haven't even seen the Obi-Wan one, but, like, the ads for Mandalorian are spectacular.
Yeah, Obi-Wan isn't expected. Obi-Wan isn't actually. It's going to be a while before we see Obi-Wan. We know it's going to happen, but Obi-Wan is slated to start production in 2020. So it's going to be a while before we do see an Obi-Wan Kenobi thing. We're excited for it. We're ecstatic. I'm purchasing Disney Plus the day it comes out. Yeah. I am for only $7 a month. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So, but The Mandalorian is going to be something that is, I think, going to get everybody hyped for this new kind of direction that Star Wars is going in.
And something I saw in the trailer that people like me that are kind of geeks about Star Wars nerds. No, I'm not geeks about Star Wars nerds. That makes no sense whatsoever. I am a geek about Star Wars, like, lore, and back before the reset, I knew a lot of the old lore and all that. IG-88 was in the Mandalorian trailer.
The robot
assassin.
Yeah.
And he is just cool.
He was a favorite of Josh Beddage's, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I talked to Josh about it.
It's because he's an awesome character. Shout out to you, Josh.
Yeah, hey, Josh.
You have good taste. I knew that. He's just such a cool Star Wars character, and he's just so shooty bang bang, like a evil assassin train droid.
Yeah,
I say train because it's chitty bang bang, but
and it's cool because we've never really seen him live action before.
No. Well, I mean, yes, his original appearance was in Empire Strikes Back.
But
he's just standing there, you know.
But I think it's cool that they're kind of incorporating that kind of stuff in this new series, and I like the direction that it's taking, because there's only so much you can do with Star Wars movies now. You need, like, the Star Wars, the way the storylines are getting and stuff. I think it's the same direction that Marvel's going, is that, well, instead of trying to put everything into maybe 2 to 3 hours, why not put everything in, say, 2 to 3 seasons? Like the more I'm sorry, I love how you went and then put the microphone down.
You have to talk into the microphone.
You do it correctly too. You had it pointed the
That's right.
way.
You taught me. Yeah. I was holding it like this. You told me that was wrong, so I've got it back.
Well, you see a lot of people hold it down here, which that's okay because the direction is this way, but I mean, like, that makes you get the most sound out of it, because sometimes people record, like, drums and stuff with those AKGs. So, yeah.
I am not a drum. Just so we know.
Quote of the day. I am not a drum. I'm not some drum.
I'm not some drum to be beat
around. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Shout out to the drummers out there.
Yeah. Hey, and all you drums too.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody beat on you.
That's right.
But you sound good.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
So, I don't know where that was
let's
going.
See here. Where were we? We were talking about
Disney doing a good job with the TV shows. Yeah.
Speaking and things I'm curious about. I don't want to get too well, I don't mind getting speculatory. That is scary. That's like a little. It has 2 as well, so it's like a little double shot. Oof.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
But yeah, I'm curious. I'm excited for with the Obi-Wan stuff because I personally conjecturize that some of the things in Solo may come into play with Obi-Wan.
Yes, like Darth Maul
yes.
scene at the end, definitely.
Specifically Darth Maul. That obviously none of that is confirmed. But I think that unfortunately the one piece of Star Wars media I've never watched is the animated stuff. And I know that there's been some really well received storylines with the
Clone Wars.
Yeah, with like Clone Wars and with Obi-Wan and Darth Maul in particular. And so I feel like there's already this established idea of a longer story with them besides just him getting sliced in half by him in episode 1.
That's all we see in the movies too, but these guys throughout the Clone Wars and even into, you do see the death of Darth Maul in Star Wars Resistance?
Yes.
Yes, you do see that, which is actually...
That's the one I was actually thinking of, Resistance.
First of all, side note, it's a great moment. It's a fantastic...
It's actually one of the few scenes I have seen. I remember it being pretty cool.
I never watched Star Wars... I think it's Resistance. I can't... Whatever the...
I feel bad. I have friends that tell me I need to watch it, and I agree. I'm sorry, friends, that I haven't watched that yet. I know you're like even going through a watch through of them, but I just don't watch as much TV as I used to. I'll get to it eventually, I promise.
He apologizes. He apologizes very much for what he's done, which is nothing. But anyway, they do. It's a great moment in that show between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul. They have a history pretty much from the Clone Wars until that time, which is several years after episode 3. So there's a lot there. I want them to incorporate that because I think it'll be really awesome. I want to see maybe some talking to Qui-Gon. Like
I do. I would love to see Liam make a little some cameos, some somethings. I think that would be a really nice touch. Yeah. And I really do. I would be very, very surprised if they didn't incorporate Maul, given they've already given him the end. They had that relationship. And it's just such a good opportunity to have those, to have this place where you can have the prequel style lightsaber battles again. Because that's something that you can't have in the sequel trilogy, and it fit. Because it's past that era of kind of hyper force users and the full potential of utilizing it, and the not only potential but training, because it's not just, hey, I'm a force user, I can do all this. It's you have to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And so I think having two powerhouses like Maul and Obi-Wan still be, maybe it's after episode 3, but still being relatively fresh and all that, I think that
the fight in Resistance is
right. Exactly,
it's a prequel fight.
Right.
It's a short fight, but it's prequel-esque.
And definitely. I think that it's a great opportunity to have those again because it's something that really is. Some people, you can argue they're over choreographed or whatever. I don't think so. I think they're amazing. I think if they were in the original trilogy or even the sequel trilogy, to the extent that they are in the prequel trilogy, it wouldn't make sense, but given the context, I think it's just perfect, and I would love to see more of it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, some of the fights in the original trilogy, the fight with probably some of the most emotional weight to it in the entire Star Wars universe was the final fight between Luke and Vader. Boring freaking fight though, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I honestly love 5 and 6's fights.
It's a good. I like 5's better.
5's is definitely I think, the best.
The fight in 5 between Luke and Vader is probably my favorite lightsaber fight.
Well, it's interesting because 5 definitely I think is a much better lightsaber fight. 6 has a very interesting like cat and mouse dynamic, where they're like constantly like kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah.
But no, I agree that 5 has. I'm hesitant to say any one battle is the best lightsaber battle, but it is definitely one of the best lightsaber battles in the entire series.
Yeah.
The light, everything about it is just so well done. But to me, when I think of what I subjectively consider the best lightsaber fight, it probably is Anakin and Obi-Wan in 3. Just everything about it is so good, from the choreography to the emotion. We might say, only a Sith deals in absolutes, ironically, because that's just funny. But but the intensity behind what's going on with both sides, and the pure just choreography, the backdrop, the everything about it was just glorious.
Yeah, and on a big screen theater, I remember this was like before. I mean,
I saw episode 3 in theaters. Yeah,
I did too. This was 05.
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
05.
Okay, but you watch that fight and you're just.
If I could legitimately
put that crud in IMAX today,
I would go. I would definitely go. It'd be super fun.
Yeah, it would. Speaking of something super fun that I think they could do with Obi-Wan, side note, going back to the Obi-Wan thing.
Yes.
Young Luke.
Interesting idea, yeah.
Some young Luke stuff going on because, part of Obi-Wan's, his time on Tatooine is watching over Luke, protecting Luke. And there are several times it's in canon, but we never see it. The first time we see Luke, well, I mean, obviously he's next to his dead mother on a hospital table.
Rip, dude.
Yeah, that sadness gets to you, doesn't it? But the next time we see him, he's like 17, 18. He's on Tatooine. He's wanting to go to the Tashi station to pick up some power converters.
Power converters. I need a spare
Dust
battery.
my crops, kid. Yeah, no,
Dust my water. It's a moisture farm. That is the crop. Yeah. Water dusting out there. That's the play.
Dusting. Yeah. And blue milk.
That's later. Unfortunately, that's not on Tatooine. Oh wait, no, it is. You're right. You're
milk,
like,
yeah. No,
you're right. You're right. They're the blue milk.
The weird green milk he actually
green milk
drinks
is later. Yes.
So
he transferred colors.
Yeah, he did.
But no,
just like his lightsaber. He went from blue, foreshadowing.
You know what?
He went from blue to green.
And here I was giving Rian Johnson crap for making some bad decisions on Luke.
He's a genius.
Maybe
all it took was a space manatee.
Maybe I should credit him for that more than I did.
I think we just uncovered something.
That's the biggest reveal of The Last Jedi in the entire...
I need to call Kathleen.
Wow.
I'll be right back.
That's right. I have things to talk about now.
Lucasfilm, hear us out.
Let's look at every single milk that's drunk in this entire series now. We could really uncover some big things here.
There's got to be red milk somewhere. Think about it.
Does Palpatine ever drink red
milk?
I don't want to know what red milk is. I don't want to know what red milk tastes like.
Is it like mayo chip that Heinz made where it's mayo and ketchup
okay, like mayo and ketchup? That's
yeah.
fair. That's true. Some people are into that.
No wonder he looks that way. I mean...
Too much of that will do something. Too much of
that red milk, man. Just
it does changes you.
Anyway, off the topic of space milk, was I talking about young Luke? Yes. There's a lot of, there's several times where Luke is saved in between 3 and 4. He is saved by Old Ben, as they called him.
Old Wizardy Ben.
Yes. So, one, we don't know how he gets the nickname Old Ben. We just know that for some reason he was Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then all of a sudden everybody was like, oh, he's Old Ben. He could have been
probably they're lazy country people.
He could have been like Old Travis, Old Keith. No, he was
Old Ken.
Old Ken. He was Old
Ben. I think Old Ken would be
Old
nice.
Ken. Old Obi. Then he just sounds like an older version of, the character from Andy Griffith. But regardless, there are some times when Old Ben rescues young Luke, as a kid, as an early teenager, in some situations, and actually keeps him safe from people who do find out. Thank you for waking up my computer.
I failed.
Just tap the space bar. There you go. I'm gonna do so many things with that sound. Anyway,
use that for your soundboard, ladies and gentlemen.
But there's so many instances where like some people find out, he is Vader's son and he could be another chosen one, and they try to kill him, but Ben protects him. I want to see that dynamic too, because that's a big part of why Obi-Wan is on Tatooine. He's not just there.
No, he's there as a protector.
He is there as a protector and a guardian of who he believes and who is right, and knowing would be the next generation, the next Jedi to bring balance to the Force. So I think that's something that they need to include, because I feel like that's really important to why he's there. They don't need to just have him show up on Tatooine in this Disney Plus series and there'd be no purpose. It's him walking around collecting.
The entire thing is just the Tusken Raider killing spree.
Please.
Just every single time a Tusken Raider gets near the house, it's just dead.
They're just dead.
It's like a mystery. It's like a whole mystery surrounding.
It's from the point of view of a Tusken Raider,
right? And it's like they just don't know why these haunted grounds are just always it's killed near there.
Well, that's kind of what Ben is, though. He's
Yeah,
a hermit, a wizard.
He's like a
kind of
wizard hermit
creepy.
guy. Yeah, no, I'd love to see some of those vibes come through.
He uses to like do some force crud to the like Tusken Raiders.
And
like,
we see, I'm excited too because we get to see him keep that kind of feistiness that he has, and that even Alec Guinness, is very mischievous with the Force. It's kind of interesting. Like he's out here doing the whole, you never saw us kind of thing. He's doing the Jedi mind tricks. He's doing all that.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm ready. I'm excited.
You are, yeah. We both are, and I think it's something that excites me. It's something that makes me happy that Disney has done. I think for something in such high demand as this, a TV show was the right move. The same with The Mandalorian, because everybody also wanted Boba Fett stuff, easily one of the most popular characters in Star Wars.
And while this isn't even Boba Fett I honestly like this just as much as that, because we might get cameo. I mean, I would imagine we're getting Fett cameos in there because they're Mandalorian obsessed.
But the style, I think, is, for one, Jon Favreau's doing it, and that's another reason I'm excited.
And we're getting a lot of different directors that are very good doing different things.
But like the style, I think, is what people would expect from a Boba movie. Definitely.
Exactly. It's what people wanted from that, and I think that it's excellent called, and I'm ready.
I am too, man. Well, I guess that wraps it up for our first episode back. I guess we didn't take like a 4-month hiatus
it's not like months later, but
yeah, no, we're kind of trying to shorten things up a little bit, so we're gonna go to a next episode. But thanks for watching this episode. We hope you're excited about what's coming out on Disney Plus. Disney Plus, it releases on November 12th for just $7 a month. I think that's the base for whatever you can get. So. Really excited, and I think they're headed in a cool direction. So we can't wait for you, Obi-Wan, and we'll see you soon. And may the Force be with you,
General Kenobi. That's his thing. He does that.
Pew. So uncivilized. You were going to
say it.
Yes. All right. All right. Oh my God.
Bye.